my channel. Today we are visiting Death Valley National Park. My husband Keith and I have had this place on our list for quite a while now, so we finally made a trip out here, and I think this is a good time to be visiting because Death Valley National Park is actually the hottest place on earth. So we're coming at a good time. Otherwise in the summer I think it would be way too hot. The weather now is about, right now it's 55, but I looked at the weather before we came and it was about like 60, 70, so not too bad. Right now we're headed to our campsite. We came in through like the northern part of the park and we paid the fee, the $30 fee at the Stovepipe Wells Visitor Center, I believe it's called. So since the campgrounds are usually first come first serve, we're gonna go secure that first, then we're gonna figure out where we're going to do our first hike. So we settled in sort of here at Sunset Camp. At Sunset Camp, it's about $14 a night. We just put a little picnic table for meanwhile and we had a little sandwich, got dressed, and now we're trying to figure out what's the best way to go where, which probably should have been done beforehand, but it's okay. There's a lot of good places. And the good thing is that they give us like a little newspaper with descriptions. It tells you how far it is from where you are and pictures. So we're gonna see where we want to go. So we're thinking Badwater Basin first. That's like a really popular spot. It's number 1 right there. We are at, well, we're at Sunset. And this square is right here. Bing! So a lot of driving, I think, to get to our spots, but then hopefully we'll be doing some hiking and some walking. Badwater Basin first? Yes, cool.
Everyone is ready for their outline. Everyone is ready for their call.
Listen to that crunch.
Finally, I'm ready for the silence.
This is so hard. Barely able to get this piece. It's like a little crystal. Took some pics already, but now we're just sitting here kind of soaking in the moment, soaking in the salt. A lot of people take off their shoes here apparently. We're gonna go back. Can we go back to read the thing? Yes. We're gonna go back towards the parking lot and read the signs that they have, because we didn't read any informational sign, but we do know this is the lowest point, if I'm not mistaken, in America. It's very salty. Show my hands. It's just so, it's so bright too, especially without the sunglasses. Like, you'll blind yourself. Not literally, but it's very blinding. Yeah, we're just enjoying the moment here. It's so beautiful. It looks slanted.
Maybe I've been selfish all along. I guess you should know that I don't need you there, but I need you sometimes, but not all the time, no. I need you there. I need you there.
We just finished the Badwater Basin trail walk. It's like a pretty much out and back trail. nothing too hard. There's like flat land, but then it gets very rocky. But then at the actual like main area, it's not too bad. I give that a 10 out of 10. It was nice. It was cool to just sit there and to see the mountains to both sides of us. So I would definitely recommend. Little kid friendly if you make sure they're not running, and old people friendly if they walk slowly. Little off-roading action. Barely. There's a guy behind me. He's coming in a little hot. I'm going a little slow, I guess. So it's actually very bumpy. It's a little more off-road than I thought, but it's okay. We're getting through it. The Bronco is a trooper, so we'll be okay. Oh, there you go. There's a sign, natural bridge. I think we'll park here and walk to the. I think the rest is a walking affair. Oh, look at the doggo. There's the bridgie. Bing, bing, bing. Looks nice. We're walking up to Artist Palette. We're having a snacky to hold us up. So we just did the Artist Palette, which was like super quick. And I've heard that it's best to go in sunrise or sunset so the colors can pop more. And it was nice, nothing crazy. I would say if you don't really care to see it, it's not a bad idea if you skip. But what you get out of it is this drive. So this is the Artist Drive. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a 9-mile drive one way. So you can't just be like, oh, let me go see the Artist Palette and drive back. You have to complete this whole thing one way. So just think about that if you're interested. But we get this nice drive out of it. You guys, we're driving, right? And we're like, oh my gosh, you know, whatever. I guess that was the Artist Palette. Bruh, that was not the Artist Palette. It's literally this right here. Put the window down. I guess that has more color. Doesn't really translate on here, I don't think, but it's like greenish blue, a little bit of red right there, then the browns obviously. Wow. So we're leaving Artist Palette now, finishing the Artist Drive, and we are headed to Golden Canyon. It's about a mile in, out and back through colorful canyons carved through golden badlands. And then it leads up to Red Cathedral, and then you can actually like hit up other trails through there, but I think today we're just gonna do the Golden Canyon. Last hike of the day. We'll be doing this little portion here. Bink. I can hear the wind whistling through my blood piercing. It's so quiet. It's almost like piercing in my ears. This is so crazy if you come up and see the rock formations. Like, it's so crazy. It looks like wood. Even the color a little bit. And it's just a freaking mountain. It's freaking amazing. So we were walking towards Red Cathedral, and then we hit like the trailhead, right? I guess that's the right word. Where we could have walked 0.5 of a mile more. But it's pretty dark, as you can see, and we don't really want to be out there when it's really dark. We don't have any flashlights or anything like that. And even if we did, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. Plus, we're hungry, so we want to get back, cook up some food, and eat. So I'm really excited. And then we have an early morning tomorrow since we want to hit Zabriskie Point for sunrise. So that should be good. But for now, let's get back, cook a nice little meal, have a nice little night, and enjoy our camping, our campsite. Listen, I don't know why we chose to cook the two things that take the longest to cook, which is freaking meat and potatoes, but that's what we went with. I would definitely recommend, obviously, something that cooks faster for when you're camping. And then I also wanted to show you guys our little camping setup. This was so perfect, so cozy and warm, and the insulating panels that I created for privacy worked like a charm. The next day we had a slower morning for sure, since we didn't wake up early to do the morning hike, but we had some really delicious burritos that kind of held us up for a long time, and we washed our dishes before heading back. That way we could just have everything clean and ready for dinner that night. Good morning. It is now the next day. Today is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And we actually did not wake up for sunrise. I was so tired and I just could not bring myself to like actually wake up. We kept hearing the alarm and I just felt so exhausted, even though we slept I think a good amount. I think I was so tired last night. Like my legs were just so done. But we still got up to make breakfast, and now we're headed to put some gas, because if you're in Death Valley and you kind of want to see a lot of things, you kind of need to be mindful of your gas, because if you're driving from your campsite to the hiking trails to the other hiking trails, like you're going to be driving around a lot, so you need to make sure that you have gas, because there are long stretches of road where there's nothing, like right now, like we're just driving and it's been pretty much just mountains. So we're good on gas now, but we're going to put some before heading to the crater, since it's a little further out. We do have a plan today, kind of. We're gonna try to drive far out and then make our way in with some stops. So hopefully it works out. Yeah, day 2. Okay, so we're just arriving to the Ubehebe Crater, which says here that basically this crater is not from like a meteor crash. So magma came into contact with groundwater, which resulted in a steam and gas explosion. So here we go, and we're actually parking like right next to it, so I'll show you guys in a little bit. That's literally the crater right there on the camera.
Another line. Soon you'll have a box and you can put me inside. And put me in a box, boy, put me in a box. Put me in a box and call me anything you want, boy. Put me in a line, put me in a line. Put me in the morning, put my feelings into life. Put me in a box, boy, put me in a box. Put me in a box and call me anything you want, boy. Put me in a line, put me in a line. Put me in the morning, put my feelings into life. And anything goes, anything you want, and anything goes,
before hitting up the Mesquite flat sand dunes, we hit up the Nugget gift shop and the Stovepipe Wells general store. It's pretty much the only two places besides the Furnace Creek Visitor Center that has merchandise that says Death Valley, so like patches, stickers, shirts, things like that. They also have snacks and gas, so this is a good place to stop if you're coming on your way down from the Ubehebe Crater, or if you're going on your way up. It's a good place to stop either way. So the cool thing about these sand dunes is that there's no trails. You can see there are people everywhere, which is cool because you can walk to your left, to your right, straight on. You can walk for an hour, you can walk for 30 minutes, and you can basically walk to wherever you want to have your own space, to get nobody behind your pictures. So I thought that was pretty cool. You can just kind of venture out into the sand.
So we just walked for about an hour. I would say a little bit less because we kind of stopped here to take some pictures. But it's nearing sunset, so our shadows are pretty long now. Pretty quiet. There was some people on this mountain behind us, but I think they're leaving now. They're leaving. Yeah, it's so cool. It's very calm if you walk far out enough, because in the beginning there's like a lot of people just walking around. Still very calm though. I feel like the wind just stopped right now, because I can hear the wind through my piercing. It literally goes like but yeah, we're just chilling here now. We took some pics. I'll probably sit down for a little bit and just enjoy the moment, enjoy the scenery. It's so cool. So we took some pictures like right here in this area to get this little shot right there. It's so nice seeing the contrast. The mountains and the sky and the sand. So very nice. So we stayed for the sunset. Check it out. You can't really see. Let me see. Kind of high contrast, but I think this over here, little blues and purples, looks beautiful. We're gonna get back now though, because it's getting a little chilly.
For dinner, we had some pizza that we bought at Aldi, which honestly was an amazing decision because it was so easy to heat up, and it was great because this night was so windy in particular. So it was amazing that we were just able to heat it up real quick and then go inside because it was freezing.
Ooh, hot. Alright, so today was actually way windier right now while we were eating than last night. So we're in early, got our little twinkle lights, little camp lights set up, and we're gonna watch Wednesday on Netflix. Tomorrow the plan is to wake up really early to go see Zabriskie Point. So we'll be up early tomorrow. We're gonna hit up Zabriskie Point, Dante's View, and then come back for some breakfast. So that's the plan tomorrow. We will execute. But right now I wanted to come back into the car already ready for bed soon because it's so windy and it was cold. So there's some little Netflixy. Oh, you can see the reflections of the light. Tomorrow's a new day. Last day here, so we have to make it a good one.
Alright you guys, so Zabriskie Point is a very, very popular place to visit for sunrise and sunset. So there's definitely always going to be a lot of people, but it's okay if you get really close to the edge, you still get a nice picture. But I do want to say, I feel like it looked so much nicer before the sun came out. There was definitely these beautiful blue and purple hues, and then when the sunset came over, it was just like stark, just like super bright. So I would definitely say get there when the colors are beautiful and you can enjoy it. And also it's very cold and very windy, so make sure you're covered up.
gonna make myself a cerealito. You can't even see me, I don't think. Hell yeah! Yummy. So we were on our way to Dante's View and we found this little road. Well, we didn't find it, but we noticed that this little road was here, unpaved. So we're taking the Bronco. Doing a little trippy. It's nice. A little off-road adventure.
Fuckers out to get you, and I digress, 'cause I must make you the perfect morning.
So that took about, I think, 30 minutes. I didn't note the time that we went in, but it's pretty, even though it's like off-roading, it's pretty flat for the most part. There are some little divots and like holes, but I think most cars would be fine there. Damn! That was a big Ubehebe, huh? So I think anybody would be fine in that little route. It's cool, but it is narrow, so like people right now were behind us and we had to kind of just speed up and leave. But that was on our way to Dante's View, so that's kind of cool. A little detour, kind of seeing more of the Badlands. Just exploring a little bit more off-road. I would say check it out. We just got to the top of Dante's View and I was just combing my hair because it was really tangled from the wind, and I'm gonna put some chapstick because my lips are dry. And honestly, I think I might take out my cobija because it's cold and I don't have a hoodie. I don't know if we're gonna go on the trail or just gonna view it from here. I'm gonna step out to enjoy this view. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like we can see the mountains that we saw yesterday. No, the day before yesterday at the Badwater Basin with snow. Looks like we can see that from here, like right across us. So I'll show you guys. Ooh.
Try my best to scoop the slugger out the window. And there's a praying mantis prancing on your bathtub.
The good thing is that we came in the morning. There was like nobody here. A few people came, but they left. So it's pretty empty. All to ourselves. It is cold though. I would recommend a beanie if you're very cold like me. But very peaceful, very, very, very quiet. It's pretty cool. It's a little burrito with spam, egg, and hash brownies.
Our last stop on the way out was the Harmony Borax Works. Nothing too crazy, but pretty cool to see the original standing wagon and the place where they refined the borax.
San Francisco businessman built this plant. That's crazy. Nice little walk.
Getting the product to market.
I hope the lint didn't bug you guys as much as it bothered me while I was editing this freaking video. I obviously can't like really thoroughly check the footage to like put it on my computer, so I didn't see before that I had the little lint. Anyway, it's been a few weeks now and I wanted to close out this video when I got back the next day, but I actually dropped my beautiful green camp stove on my foot and I smashed my foot. And it was a whole thing. I had to stay home for the week and it was pretty bad. Luckily, I went to get x-rays the next day and nothing was broken or fractured, which I was glad because, you know, I've never had a broken bone. So like I was kind of worried that it would be that because it was so freaking hard. You guys don't understand. My toenail is most likely going to fall off. And it was just a whole thing. So that happened and then I just never got around to closing out this video. So that's kind of why it's being uploaded so late. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys the 3 things that I bought at the store. I got this Badwater Basin patch. I've been buying patches at the national parks that I've gone to, which is only 3 so far. Zion, Joshua Tree, and Death Valley. I want to put them somewhere like on some kind of backpack or something. And I also got this sticker because, I mean, just look. It's green and it's so cute. Also, I wanted to mention a few things really quickly. I don't want to take too long. I did mention in the video that these are tips, by the way. I did mention to note the proximity of where you're going on what days, in what directions, because it's a lot of driving and you're most likely gonna need to fill up on gas. I would not recommend filling up near Furnace Creek Visitor Center because that gas was so expensive compared to the Stovepipe Wells gas station. So just something to note. Also, I mean, this is kind of a given, but I'm gonna say it anyway because people were wearing the most interesting things. I'm just gonna say wear comfortable shoes, long socks, and cover up if you don't want to get a sunburn. That's kind of why I was like covered like everything. And then also take plenty of water. Like we always drink a ton of water, I feel like, when we're out and about. Just when you think like, okay, this might be enough, I would recommend taking another gallon jug of water. So there's that. Actually, let me just mention really quick that something I kind of popped in the video is that Death Valley was the home of some Star Wars sets. So I'm gonna pop in some pictures right here. These pictures I took at the Stovepipe Wells General Store, and it's basically where they shot certain movies, and I thought this is cool. I think this is kind of like cool information to have before you plan your visit because then you'll know kind of what to look for. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, Death Valley was so fun, and I hope that this serves as a reminder that like anybody can go and do these kinds of things. It's just so cool. Like we should be doing things like this. Like I know people comment on my video, on my pictures on Instagram, and like they swipe up and do like a heart emoji or like heart eyes emojis, and I'm like, dude, you guys, the world is so big. Like we need to get out there and see it all. So hopefully this inspired you guys to plan a trip, either camping or just, you know, like a day trip. Just go out in nature. Honestly, there's just so much to see, I feel like. And I'm trying to see it all. So I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've said it all and I don't want this to be a super long outro. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. Truly, if you guys stuck
till the end. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're not already. I'm almost at 900, which is crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.